What's going on, beautiful people? Jace with Heathen Army here. Welcome back to my journey to better health, wellness, strength, and conditioning. Week 14 is in the books. Man, was a very busy week in terms of workouts. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, strength. Just one cardio session on Thursday. Again, like the previous week 13. Definitely would like to get at least a second cardio session in, but my body just needed the rest. Pretty sore from the strength training. Still, even today, feeling a little sore, but that's okay. That's just part of the deal. As far as nutrition goes, still not completely dialed in yet, and so it's been quite frustrating. For some reason, I just don't have the discipline there when the weekend hits. It's the same story. Weekend is brutal for just me giving in, wanting to overeat. It's not about what I'm eating. It's the amount that I'm eating. And so it pushes me outside of that calorie deficit. Obviously, I also care about what I'm eating. But in this case, in terms of weight loss, I'm eating too much food. And it's a problem. It's a real problem. I can put away some food, and something I've always struggled with, but every day is a new day, and I just keep trying to work at it. Thankfully, I don't miss too many of my workouts. In fact, I don't miss any of my workouts, which I'm thankful for because, if I had, obviously been missing those, things would be a little worse. At least I've been able to stay even, as I've been mentioning. The bench session on Monday, that I did with my chest and tries workout on Monday was pretty good. I actually did probably too much volume really, but I did throw up 205 just to do some lift offs with. So if you haven't watched some of my other videos, my first goal is 225. I'm pretty much there, I think, but I haven't actually attempted a 225 lift yet, or I have, I actually have the video out there where I pretty much failed. Cam had to jump in and save me on that one. So I'm repping 185, 5 to 6 reps. But with all the volume that I had, when I put 205 on, I was already pretty much whipped, but I at least wanted to feel the weight. So I did some lift offs there just to get the weight in my hands and field 205, and then hopefully we'll be knocking 225 out here, maybe as early as this week. We'll see. That's my goal there. So I'm just getting stronger. Again, this is something that from a consistent perspective, I have not been strength training for a while. I'm 50 years old, and so it's been just an ease into it, right? I'm just starting. So I wasn't really worried about how much I'm lifting. I just tried to set a baseline, get some pushing and pulling in, get some volume under my belt, feel the movements, let my joints do their thing, see how I can recover. All that stuff is super important when you're, I would say even 40s and 50s, 50s, 60s, 70s, for some of my elders that I know are really working hard like the rest of us, which is pretty awesome. But I know that, certainly, when you get up there 40 plus, I would say the recovery time takes longer. Things are just a bit different. So, and I'm realizing that I get under the bar. I start doing those exercises like I'm 22, but it doesn't take long to realize that I'm not. So anyway, it is what it is. I definitely, I'm doing things like, I take a collagen with joint support. I take a lot of good vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D. I try and get those micronutrients and other supplementation to help with things like joints and so on. So much needed to keep me stitched together at this point. But yeah. So it was a lot of volume for Monday. Obviously I always start with my mat work. I've started to add some things actually. I'm doing skiers now, which is actually kind of fun. Just for that lateral movement and just something different. And that's going pretty well. This week was a little bit different. Week 14 was a little bit different in that I normally do a lot of push-ups, like 100 plus push-ups. Last week I think I may only did 25 push-ups for the entire week. So my joints, my shoulders, my elbows, things were just creaking just a little bit too much, feeling a little bit of discomfort. So I decided to, especially with doing benching on Monday, I decided to nix some of the push-ups. I did, though, do planks. So I've replaced it with another exercise. I'm doing lateral raises now. That's something that I've added as well as abdominal twists, both seated and standing, along with what you're seeing there with the mat work, leg raises, et cetera, like I always say, are extremely important. I think that was good. Wednesday, mainly doing squats. And so, with the squats, I just want to continue to go up in weight. So just to give you some weight numbers for me, on the bench side, I'm probably right at 225 or just under. I haven't actually officially done one rep at 225 yet, but I see that coming maybe as early as this week, like I said. And then on the squat side, I've only gone up to 185. I haven't put any more weight on the bar there yet. I'm not racing to do that either, not at 50, not at, just jumping back into my journey. I mean, really, I would say the beginning of this year, the first couple of months of this year is when I really started back. So this is not a sprint. This is a marathon. I'm easing myself into lifting weights again. I'm an old school guy. I lifted weights all the way back from high school on. I would say the earliest was about 2007, 2008 consistently. So it's been a while, right? We're now in 2024, unbelievably. So, just trying to ease back into it. I'm not rushing to add weight there. I'm just documenting my max is about 185. I usually do that 2 or 3 reps with the squat. Then on Friday, I started doing some deadlifts. I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, it was very awkward for me. I've always done kind of RDLs with an empty bar. I think that's good. Just the hinge movement, just getting that movement down was super beneficial. But I really started to do some traditional deadlifting over the last couple of weeks. And I would say finally I felt really comfortable on Friday pulling some weight. And as I've just mentioned, right, I only put up to 155, I think, up until Friday, and I almost didn't do it. I was like, let's just go ahead and put 185 on there, and obviously 185 felt great in terms of a deadlift. For me, just getting back to it, being able to rep 185 like I did, I'm pretty excited. I feel good about that. I think it'd be good to see those numbers increase. But again, I'm not going to jump in any further than that. I'll probably push it to the 200 mark here maybe this week. On Friday, we'll go 205 and see how that goes. But I was repping 185 without problems, and really feeling the movement and how I'm handling that weight is extremely important. I just use a traditional grip as you see there, and it's been a while since I've felt really excited about pulling some weight. So that's those pulls felt really good from a deadlift perspective. And of course I did a various bunch of rows from the landmine, using the landmine to using the Smith machine. Man, I can't wait to get a dumbbell set going. I think that's really what I'm missing. That I'm going to start with probably like a 5 to 50 pound set. I really think having the a dumbbell set is going to be something that is going to be great. So being able to shift up, do similar exercises just with dumbbells versus barbell versus Smith as an example. So it just changes the game a little bit, changes things up for you. And I love dumbbells anyway, so that'll be good. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to add those, but definitely looking forward to that for sure. And then Saturday I went in and I decided to go ahead and hit the bench again. But in this case, what I wanted to do is drop the weight way down, like way down, 95 pounds to 135 pounds. Not even 135. I don't think I went that high. Just 95 pounds. I think I stuck with 25s on each side, and did high volume, 20 reps, and did 4 and 5 sets of 20, 15 and 20 plus reps of those, just to put in some heavy volume there, just to see how that felt. Felt pretty good, and the joints held up. I was a little worried about that, but things held together pretty good. So it was a good finish to the week on Saturday. Sunday, I took a rest day, so no exercise for me on Sunday. This is Monday, July 8th, so just now kicking into week 15. But I would say that, week 14 went pretty well. Minus the diet. I'm literally this close. So once I get my diet dialed in, I'm really expecting to see the scale weight change. Remember, scale weight is just one metric to use for your progress. Obviously, I'm getting stronger. Body composition will start to change. And that I'm really looking forward to, starting to add more, more muscle on my frame. So that's pretty exciting stuff. But yeah, I think it was pretty good all in all. Obviously not just the nutrition that needs to be corrected still, but I also need to make sure that I'm consistent with the cardio. The cardio really, really helps me, as I've said many, many times before, both from a cardiovascular standpoint to also just mental health as well. So definitely need to get in there and make sure I'm getting that second cardio session in. So that's been a little bit of a slip, I would say, over the last 2 weeks specifically, that I've struggled with. So yeah, week 14 is in the books. Man, crazy. We are just marching on. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Please check out our website, heathenarmyfitness.com. We got a lot of resources out there. All of it's obviously totally free, but also check out our blog. I post a blog up weekly. There will be new content posted almost weekly with the blog post from all kinds of topics. I think the latest one was on understanding and managing panic attacks, for example. So we try and hit all kinds of different topics that are related to health and wellness, both physical and mental. So please give that, check that our Heathen Army blog out, Can't Talk. And please go out over to our YouTube channel and subscribe if you want. We love just doing the channels. A lot of fun shooting those videos for Cam and I. So we would appreciate the support for sure. And of course, we're on all the other platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, etc. So check us out. Week 14 is in the books. I'm Jace with Heathen Army. See you.